All right, welcome back, everybody, to Week 6 of our NFL season. Again, we have that long track set up for lanes 2 and 5, just like we did last week. And this week we actually have 4 teams that are on bye, so you will not see them. Those 4 teams are the New England Patriots, the Las Vegas Raiders, I had to check my notes. The New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. So we won't see them in action Week 6. They'll be back next week for Week 7. But without further ado, let's get our first 2 teams lined up and see if anybody pulls apart from the pack here in Week 6. All right, so in our first matchup of Week 6, we've got 2 teams here in the AFC, kind of on the opposite ends of the spectrum of things, but we've got the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs with their funny car taking on the struggling 1-win Buffalo Bills with their Honda. So let's get them lined up and we'll see how they do this week. All right, we've got the Chiefs over in lane 5, Bills in lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. 3, 2, 1. Alright, and the Kansas City Chiefs are rolling. That is 6 straight for them, 6-0 to start the season. Good victory for them. Let's get on to the next matchup. Alright, so we've got a divisional matchup here for the AFC South, and a very actually important matchup because both these teams are currently tied for first place in their division. So we got the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans, and whoever wins this is going to be sitting solely in first place for their division. A very important spot to beat. So let's get these 2 teams lined up. Some possible very early playoff intentions here with this matchup. I'm excited for this one. This should be good. Let's get them lined up. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, and the Tennessee Titans pulled that one out. A very important victory there. They now sit atop the AFC South. Good for them. Still early in the season, lots of season to be played, but pretty important win so far early in the season. So on to the next one. Alright, another divisional matchup here, this time in the AFC North. We've got the Cleveland Browns, who are looking to continue their winning ways, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. So yeah, should be a good one. Let's see who wins this first one. Or, not this first one, but yeah, you know what I mean. Let's get them lined up. Alright, we've got the Browns over in lane 5, Steelers here in lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the Cleveland Browns pulled that one out. That was actually a bit closer than I expected. So, good victory for them. They continue to roll here early in the season. Let's get on to the next matchup. Alright, so we got the Battle of the Birds here. We got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams struggling to get stuff going so far this season. So, let's get them lined up and see who takes this one. Alright, so we got the Ravens over in lane 5, the Eagles here in lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, and the Ravens pull out that victory. Nice victory for them there. All right, moving on to the next matchup. All right, so here we've got a battle of the two winless division rivals. NFC East matchup. The Washington football team taking on the New York Giants. Let's see who gets their first victory of the season here in Week 6. Alright, so you got the football team over in Lane 5, the Giants here in Lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, and for the first time, the Washington football team is in the winner's circle, so good for them. They're no longer tied for last place in the NFC East. That is held now by the New York Giants. So, good victory for the football team. Let's get on to the next one. Alright, so we've got a battle here in the NFC. The winless Falcons taking on the undefeated Minnesota Vikings. You probably guess how this one's going to turn out, but let's get them lined up and we'll see who takes this one. Okay, got the Falcons over in Lane 5, the Vikings here in Lane 2. Let's see if the Vikings can continue their winning ways. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, another nice victory there for the Vikings. And they continue to win. So, sitting at 6-0 through 6 weeks. Falcons still looking for that first victory. Maybe next week. So let's get on to the next matchup here of Week 6. Alright, so here we've got yet another battle of two winless teams. So somebody's going to get their first victory of the season. So we've got the Detroit Lions, who were back in action after having last week off, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. So a little NFC, AFC winless battle here. So let's get these two lined up and we'll see who pulls out win number 1. Alright, so the Lions over in Lane 5. Jaguars are here in Lane 2. Let's see who gets their first win of the 2020-2021 season. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, and there's the Jacksonville Jaguars pulling out their first victory of the season pretty easily over those Lions. Sometimes I think those Lions are giving the Giants a run for their money for the slowest car. So, but yeah, good victory for the Jags. Let's get on to the next matchup. Alright, so a nice AFC matchup here. Got the Cincinnati Bengals, who are putting together a pretty decent season, taking on the struggling Colts. It'd be nice for them to get a victory here. Let's get them lined up and we'll see who wins this one. Alright, so we got the Bengals in Lane 5. Colts are here in Lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the Indianapolis Colts get the nice victory, kind of an upset of sorts there. I really kind of have a sneaking suspicion about this team. I think they just got off to a slow start, and I think they'll surge towards the end of the season. So I think they're a team to watch. Only their second victory of the season, but yeah, good one nonetheless. So let's get on to the next matchup of Week 6. All right, and here is probably the matchup of the week. Two undefeated teams here in Week 6 battling it out. You got the Chicago Bears taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'm excited for this one. This one should be really good, but let's see who keeps their winning streak alive. All right, you got the Bears over in lane 5, Panthers here in lane 2. Let's see who picks up their first loss of the season. Okay, here it is. 3, 2, 1. All right, what a race right there. The Chicago Bears pulled that one out. They remain undefeated, 6-0. Good victory for them there. Carolina's still looking like a top team in the NFC. Good race right there. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so here's another one of our undefeated teams, the New York Jets, and they are taking on the winless and struggling Los Angeles Chargers. Really expected more of them so far this season, but man, they are struggling. Got an uphill battle right here against the Jets. Let's get them lined up and we'll see how this one turns out. All right, so the Jets are over in lane 5. Got the Chargers here in lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, and the Jets keep on rolling. Those Chargers, they just seem to be like one, I don't know, step behind every single race that they've been in. It's not like they get blown out every week, so very interesting. But the Jets, they continue to roll this year, 6-0, looking good. On to the next one. All right, so up next we got a good matchup here, I think. Got the Miami Dolphins, who so far this season only one loss, taking on the Denver Broncos, kind of middle of the road so far. Should be a good matchup. Actually, if the Dolphins win this one, they will be solely in second place behind the New York Jets in the AFC East, since the Patriots aren't playing this week. As you can tell, I'm keeping close tabs on them because they are my favorite team. So even fictionally, I like to see them doing well. So let's get these two lined up and we'll see who wins this one. All right, so here we've got the Dolphins over in lane 5. Broncos are here in lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, so the Dolphins pull that one out, looking good. They are 5-1, I believe now. So that's, yeah, they are looking good. On to the next one and see who takes it. All right, now heading over to the NFC for some action. We got the Green Bay Packers, who are back in action this week after having their bye week last week, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're doing all right so far this season. Definitely looking forward to another victory for them. So let's get these two lined up and we'll see who wins this Week 6 matchup. All right, Packers are over in lane 5. Buccaneers here in lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, and the Buccaneers pulling out a nice victory there. They're definitely doing well, keeping on the top half of the standings so far. So looking good. Let's get on to the next matchup of Week 6. All right, so up next we've got the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. A nice NFC West matchup here. I think this should be a good one. This is kind of proven to be a pretty decently competitive little division here in the NFC. So let's get them lined up and we'll see who takes this one. All right, the Rams are over in lane 5. 49ers here in lane 2. Let's see who takes this one. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, and the 49ers get a solid divisional victory right there. Very nice for them. Got one more matchup here of Week 6, so let's get to it. All right, and here in our final matchup of Week 6, we've got two pretty solid NFC teams so far. Both teams here are sitting at the top of their respective divisions currently, but we've got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Should be a good matchup, but let's get them lined up and we'll see who takes this one. Okay, Arizona's over in lane 5. Dallas is in lane 2. Let's see who takes our final matchup of Week 6. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, a solid victory there for the Cowboys, proving yet again that they are one of the teams to beat in the NFC. Arizona drops yet another one, so they are kind of on a losing streak now, but good victory there for the Cowboys. All right, so that will do it for Week 6 action. I really am liking this long track that we've been doing the last few weeks now. I think we'll get a couple more weeks out of it, and then we'll mix it up again, but thanks for joining. Please like and subscribe my videos if you like this action. We'll be back for Week 7, but before we go, as always, let's check out those standings and see how our teams are doing so far. Thanks, guys.